Hi, my name is Elizabeth Jackson, and I will be retelling the story The Princess and the Pea. It was originally written by Hans Christian Andersen and has been morphed over time. I think it's really interesting to go back and actually look at original fairy tales and actually see how they're a lot different than what we expect the fairy tale nowadays. And so if you are at all interested, I would really encourage you to go out and look at these fairy tales. And so now I'm going to start The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time there was a man who very much wanted to marry a woman. However, this man was a prince, and therefore he must marry a princess. And so he searched high and low for a princess, but could not ever find one, or at least not one that was really real. For you see, he kept finding people that claimed to be princesses, but there was always something off with them. They never were quite what he expected a princess to be. And so after searching the world for the princess, he decided to go back home and actually just rest for a while. But then one fateful night, during a terrible thunderstorm, there was thunder, there was lightning, there was flooding. It was just horrible where the palace was. There came a knock to the town gate. And the old king, the princess's father, decided to open the gate to see what all the fuss was about. And when they opened the gate, there stood a woman. Now you really couldn't tell the original looks of this woman. Her hair was all a mess. It was all tangled. She had mud all over her clothes. She had holes in her clothes. And she had mud inside of her shoe. And yet, despite all of her looks, she claimed that she was actually a princess and that she needed a place to stay for the night. Now the queen, hearing of the story, decided to put the girl to the test. And so secretly, she went into the guest bedroom, pulled off all the bedding off the mattress, and laid a single pea. Now the pea is much smaller than the one I'm presenting to you. Much smaller. And she laid that in the middle of the mattress for the girl. And yet, she laid 20 mattresses on top of that. And then 20 bed sheets on top of that. And then she ordered the girl to sleep on that. Now the girl, surprised by all this, but wanting to obey the queen, said, "Okay, I'll sleep on all this." And the queen smiled and then went to bed. Now the queen had a masterful plan. And so as soon as she woke up the next morning, she went to go see how the girl had slept. And the girl, already awake, answered the queen, "Oh, I slept horribly. My back is all black and blue. My body aches all over. There was something hard in that bed last night." And the queen smiled, and she realized that this girl was actually telling the truth. The girl was actually a princess. For you see, only the fairest and the daintiest of women could have felt a single pea through all that bedding and through all those mattresses. And so she told the prince of her findings. And the prince was delighted, and he agreed right then and there that he would marry the princess if she agreed. And the princess agreed as well. And they lived happily ever after. And if you want to, there is a museum where you can see the single pea. And it is labeled The Princess and the Pea. And this, my friends, is supposedly a true story. Thank you.